The weirdest food trends. Food. It's what makes basically everyone happy, and they say that it's one of the ways to a woman's heart. But what about the strange things we've seen over the past few years? The food trends that don't make any sense, or the ones that just seem downright disgusting? Well, we've compiled a few here that should probably just stay in the past, and if we're lucky, they'll do just that. This is Weird Food Trends. Number 11. Bulletproof Coffee. Now, we know how this sounds, but no, you're not gonna want to go off popping rounds at your coffee unless you want a sticky, slimy, oily mess to clean up. This takes Americans' love of butter to a whole new disgusting, unhealthy level. Can you imagine brewing your morning coffee, pouring it into a cup, and then proceeding to get a full, healthy scoop of butter and dropping it into your cup? Well, that's what this is, and no, just please no, this is sick and needs to stop. While using regular fatty butter isn't typically the recommendation for making this healthy drink that aids in improving cognitive function and enhancing weight loss, many just go all out and use the same butter that they put on their toast. MCT oils and grass-fed butters are the recommendations, but it still sounds weird to us. Oh, butter. That's really all we gotta say. Number 10. Sketchy spirits. Just when we thought all alcohol companies couldn't find ways to find their products more addicting, we were totally proven wrong. If you're 21 years or older, you may know what we're talking about when we say whipped cream flavored vodka, or maybe you don't. Well, different alcohols, usually vodka, have been combined and infused to create these tasty, easy to drink, and addicting flavored spirits. And if you really think about it, it's just weird. Who came up with the idea to give vodka a bacon flavor? Why can you buy alcohol that has a hint of buttered popcorn flavor? What's with this obsession of sweetly flavoring something that is meant to have its own taste? People even make their own infusions these days. By the way, every shot of these fun flavored drinks adds around 30 calories, and all that comes in the form of sugar. Just remember that next time you throw back a little cake flavored vodka. Number 9. Wheatgrass shots. What are we, cows? Does anybody remember back in the mid-2000s when every smoothie place had a display of some fancy looking grass and they encouraged people to pay for a shot of it? Did anyone ever try one? It was literally like when you're a little kid and you decide to shove a handful of grass into your mouth just to see how it tastes or to look cool. Oh, no one else did that? Well, if you drink one of these grass shots, you're just as bad. Yes, they look like they have some benefits, but in the end, you're still drinking blended up grass. It's still decently popular and around today, and there are those who swear by it. But we have to see it for what it is. Weird. Just weird. Number 8. Lay's and those weird chips. We've all seen them. The weird, sometimes great, sometimes bizarre chip flavors that Lay's puts out every year. Back before 2012, this wasn't a thing, but in more recent years we see many new flavors put out every year as a part of a competition. The competition is for a $1 million reward for whoever can come up with the best new chip flavor for the company. And while everything seems pretty straightforward, there's actually a significant marketing aspect to this. Just look at how much attention Lay's draws from these very different, exciting flavors every year. People like new things, and Lay's knows that. People also like money, and Lay's knows that too. Why not open the thinking and include the public? They're gonna make far more than $1 million on every flavor they put out, so it's not like it's detrimental to them at all. Weird flavors include cappuccino, milk chocolate, pigs in a blanket, and wasabi ginger. Weird? Yup. Number 7. Sriracha. We're not complaining about sriracha at all. We love sriracha. But what's happened with the sriracha flavor is taking things a little too far. You can go to pretty much any store and find all things sriracha. It's not just a hot sauce anymore, it's the culture. They have the regular, original sriracha. Then they have stuff like sriracha chips, popcorn, clothing, mayonnaise, ketchup, beef jerky, and pretty much anything else you can think of. Yeah, sriracha is great, but do we really need all things sriracha? We wonder where this all started, and why it became hip to rep a hoodie that looks like a hot sauce bottle, like what you see here. Weird food trend, weird clothing trend, weird lifestyle trend. Number 6. Old news, strange concept. So these foods have been around for a long time, but even with age, they're still just as weird. Astronaut foods are what we speak of, and if you've ever tried them, you'll know what we're talking about. There's just something unsatisfying about eating freeze-dried foods. Back in the 1960s, the media took over and tried to say that freeze-dried foods, much like those eaten by some astronauts back in the day, were a way of the future as it saved a lot of space and was efficient and economical. We can now see that that idea never fully caught on, although you can still find it and buy some for fun. Did anyone else ever get astronaut food in their stocking for Christmas? What a disappointment that must have been. Number 5. Strange combinations. If you asked somebody 10 years ago if they'd ever eat a sushi burrito like what you see here, they may have just stared at you like you were an alien or something. Same goes for things like ramen burgers and chocolate-covered pizzas, as seen here. If you told somebody that these would be a thing in the 20-teens, you probably would have been institutionalized. But these things are happening in the here and now, and we're not quite sure how to feel about it. Some have been very successful. Take the cronut, for example, which is a fusion between croissants and donuts, and it's a hit. It's basically just evolution as food tastes change and new combinations are born, and it's pretty natural for people to experiment. In the 1950s, it probably would have blown people's minds if you told people to put peanut butter on their bananas and put them on bread, or to dip fries from Wendy's into their Frosties. It's all a matter of perspective. Still strange though. Number 4. Unicorn on everything. Back in mid-2017, Starbucks came out with a Frappuccino that literally took the internet and Instagram by storm. The aptly named Unicorn Frappuccino. Once that hit and nobody could get enough of it, many other foods that featured the sickening colorfulness began popping up. And it didn't only cause colorful feeds on social media, but it also caused many to hate. We can see why though. Why would anybody want to make these over-colorful foods and act like they're a good thing? It was just too much. And we really hope that that particular food trend is over. Forever. Unicorn foods, mermaid foods, rainbow foods, they all need to stay in the past. They're not cool, they're not cute, they're weird, plain and simple. Number 3. Activated charcoal. Now this food trend is peculiar. Not because of how these things taste, but because of what they're made out of, and definitely the color as you can see in these pictures. It looks, well, kind of great, and the all-black everything could be kind of trendy. But then you take into account the fact that it colors everything that touches black, including your hands, teeth, lips, and clothing. Activated charcoal is what these strange foods are made out of. And while that sounds a bit fascinating, you should probably know what it does before you consume it. Doctors use activated charcoal to help treat drug overdoses or poisonings because it literally binds to whatever was ingested and helps your body to get rid of it. It also attaches to the good things in your body, like essential vitamins and minerals. And there are some who say that it causes your intestines to become blocked. So why did it become so popular, you may ask? Looks, Instagrams, and likes. Humans are so strange. Number 2. Cotton candy burrito. Now, this thing just looks like it's unhealthy, and such a mixture of flavors and different candies that it can't be tasty, right? The cotton candy burrito is made at the Creamberry, a desert spot in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's literally just one colossal sugarito. First, the cotton candy is stretched out to act as a tortilla. Next, all sorts of different sweets are loaded onto the center, followed by 3 scoops of candy. Then, they add sprinkles to the already candy and sugary out-of-mesh flavor, and then they wrap it up, giving you something that resembles a Chipotle burrito after it's passed through the digestive system of a unicorn, and well extracted. It's a strange dessert, and we don't even know if we could handle it. We like our bodies diabetes-free. Thank you. Number 1. Crazy pizzas that make you wonder why. Pizza is great. We just had to preface this section with that. We have nothing against pizza at all. Come on, we're millennials. Somewhere along the line though, people decided that they were going to get crazy with their pizzas, and that is where we jumped ship. Why can't pizza be what it is, without all of the crazy toppings and creations that people are coming up with? One example is this mac and cheese topped, flavored, or whatever pizza. Why can we not have mac and cheese and pizza? Can we no longer enjoy things separately, as their own thing, without having to combine them? What about this insane taco top pizza? The creators literally put different types of taco on top of the pizza, threw on some sour cream and guacamole in the middle, and called it all good. How does one eat something like this? They even make pizzas with even smaller pizzas as toppings. This explosion of pizza exploration may seem like a good thing, but how can you be more satisfied eating 2 great meals as one when you can eat 2 great meals separately as 2 separate things? It sounds like a less messy option, and you don't have to deal with some weird flavor confusion. This is just odd to us. But what do we know? Which of these food trends do you think we should move on from? Which ones need to be buried and forgotten so that we can make room for more new, strange food trends in the future? If you liked this video, or if it made you hungry, go ahead and click the like button. Let us know what you think about all of this in the comments, and be sure to subscribe. Also, be sure to watch out for new great videos all the time. Thanks for watching.